East Midland Derby, Leicester Tigers versus the Northampton Saints. Good morning. Good morning. Mm, It's nice and early here in Oz, but great game. Oh, good game, yes. Not the most glamorous game to watch. Definitely was a game of two halves in the sense of viewership or entertaining rugby. First off, just both teams really struggled to get going. I think Leicester forwards were dominant right from the start and then throughout the whole game. Just did not give Saints any momentum. Anytime it looked like Saints were going to get a roll on, Leicester forwards would just disrupt their ruck. Ravel, and Jasper Wiese just absolute pests at ruck time, stealing every ball. I think Rafael, what they did with him was he was standing out of the defensive line. So he would just kind of hang behind the defensive line whenever a tackle was made. He was just straight in there. I think he stole made three or four turnovers in the first half. And that really worked well for them throughout the game. So very stop-start game. I think there was lots of penalties. And Leicester forwards are just dominant, dominant. Second half was far more entertaining than the first half. Pollard just keeps kicking goals, man. I don't think he's missed since the start of his Rugby World Cup campaign. So he's kicking it like 20 from 20. Um, just cool, calm, and collected, man. That's someone that you want at 10. So yeah, like I said, Visa and Rafael are proper headaches at ruck time. Like I said, Rafael hanging behind that defensive line and then just getting straight onto the ball. And then like I speak about people that are guys that have brought the confidence over from a good or strong World Cup campaign. Jasper Visa, just such a bruising ball carrier, always taking three or four players with him, always busts through that first tackle. If you kick to him off a kickoff, dumb, dumb. Even if you give him space off the second carry off a kickoff, so someone else takes the ball in and he comes around that corner. Oh, he's not the biggest player, but in built like a brick shit house and always bumping off the first two defenders. I thought Smith, the fly off for Saints, really, really good player. Strikes the ball nicely with kicks, and he's also very calm for a young player. So it'll be interesting to see how he kind of grows into that position moving forward. I think he would have learned a lot of Bigger when Bigger was still at the club. Um, and then the first half was just very stop start, just penalties. It was was it 9-6 or 9-3 the first half? Not really much happening there. And then in the second half, I thought it opened up only a little bit more. A massive defensive shift from Leicester in the first 10 minutes of that second half. I think Saints went on a 18 or 18 phases, I think they went on. And man, I don't think they moved 2 meters forward. They would have gone 3 or 4 meters backwards. So a massive defensive shift from Tigers there. It kind of spoke to the attack of the Saints. Not much variation. Where usually they've got a ton of block runners when they do get a roll on. You saw that in the second half. They did get a bit of a roll on and get some of those um, block run shapes where the guys from the outside are coming in and you're playing someone out the back. They're usually very good at that. And then there was just not much of that. And I think that is a testament to Tigers defense because when attacking, you need to have that roll on, getting over that vantage line to then be able to set your plays. And Tigers weren't giving that to Saints. Tackles were made behind that vantage line, dominant tackles. So Saints couldn't really get a roll on. Um, I mean, it's the say the ref wasn't on their side, but the penalty count was definitely not on the Saints' side, and that's on them. Saints concede 7 to 8. It was 7 or 8 penalties in a row, and then Matavesi gets yellow carded, and then right on like pressure on pressure on pressure, and we finally get a first try. Just continued pressure by the big forwards of the Leicester Tigers and big front row Van Wyk, big friend of the show, crashes over next to the posts. The big fella coming on, crushing a few scrums, and then scores a try. Gets off the nudie run. Awesome. Awesome for the big lad, Fran Wyk. Fran van Wyk, Sluck. Shout out to him. Good, massive try. And it was a momentum shifting try because the whole game was just penalties. And then the first try gets conceded. So massive, massive there. And then this is when the game kind of slowly started opening, the last 20, 30 minutes of the game. Because then Saints hit back straight away with Furbank scoring. It's only taken them 60 minutes to start getting over the advantage line. And when they do get it wrong. They are such an attacking team. But I think Tigers fixed them up or sorted them out by knowing we just have to tackle them behind the advantage line. That kind of stops them. And then Andrew Liebenberg, eyes up rugby, quick tap, scores. You're not stopping him 5 meters out. He's a unit. You're not stopping them there. South Africa or Safa's really standing out for the Leicester Tigers there. Massive credit to Saints when they went on to score in the 83rd minute. They went coast to coast, and Matavesi with the last show and go and scores there. I thought Tommy Freeman and Monga, the lock for Saints, was standouts for them. And then the whole forward pack for Tigers, but mainly Visa, Rafael, Liebenberg, and then Fran van Wyk, who came on, were standouts for them. Good game, 26-17. Good to watch. Again, it started slow, but then opened up nicely in the end. I've really been enjoying these Prem games. I'm glad there's still some rugby on because it's a big gap until the Super, but loving the Prem games. Let me know what you thought of the game, guys, in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye.